Okay, I'm here with Andrew Todd. How are you doing today?
Yeah, very good, thanks.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's been a good day.
Yeah, it's been really sunny day. Nice to see everybody all about talking about sustainability.
Yeah, it's been refreshing. I mean, the last few months it's been put in the spotlight a bit, sustainability, and it's nice to see I'd say generally very optimistic view in and among the kind of peers here today. So
Yeah, absolutely. So if you wouldn't mind by starting off by just introducing yourself, talking a little bit about your role, and then also how you got into sustainability.
So I'm a director of Verco. I look after all of the services we provide to what we call our corporate clients. They're generally companies on a distributed supply chain, so they're like making things, moving things, selling things. I have been working in sustainability for around 18 years, and early part of my career was really looking at kind of industrial energy efficiency and decarbonisation, going around lots of factories on like kind of technical work, and then more recently it's been more strategic, working with kind of large companies on some of the bigger questions we've been discussing today.
Amazing. So I suppose that quite hands-on, pragmatic background combined with the quite sort of theoretical consultancy type stuff is a good mix for a person in sustainability.
I think so. I think the way that you can really get people understanding is to give the confidence and kind of I guess the detail that they need to know. So having come from doing the kind of on the ground calculations, kind of technology assessments, all of the stuff that goes with it, putting in data systems, all of the kind of lived experience of that, I guess gives a perspective that kind of inspires a bit of confidence when kind of talking to kind of business leaders. So.
Excellent. Okay, so and you were speaking today as well. If you wouldn't mind just sort of summarising what it was that you spoke about today for our viewers, that'd be great.
Yeah. So today I touched on the topic of how to move from your kind of high level plans to actually executing a kind of net zero vision. So it is not a simple kind of task, and I think a 25-minute talk was probably a bit brief, but what the main points we're covering today is some of the kind of observations, tips that we've seen help to try and develop kind of the next stage of kind of plans to help companies hit their targets.
Amazing. So what sort of companies do you work with on that sort of thing?
Yeah. Well, as Verco, we work across lots of sectors. My background is a lot in manufacturing, consumer goods, so a lot of the clients I still kind of work with and look after tend to be food and drink or FMCG companies who are generally kind of manufacturing products which are consumed and distributed around the world.
Oh, amazing. Okay. So I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about how technology and sort of advances in technology and different sort of trends in sustainability are sort of affecting the way that Verco explores sustainability.
Yeah, I mean that's a good question. I think everyone's on some form of kind of digital transition, if that's not kind of too much of a common phrase. I think for us, it's how can we've been doing this about 30 years. There's a lot of knowledge we've built up. How can we use technology and data solutions to help embed that knowledge to kind of drive the greatest impact? That's ultimately what we're trying to do, and we've been developing our new solution, My Verco, and that's looking at embedding some of our kind of know-how into kind of a platform that can help companies make the right decisions.
Yeah, excellent. And obviously, you spoke a little bit you spoke a lot about the sort of transitioning from a big plan into action and stuff. Do you see data as a really essential part of that?
It's an enabler, isn't it? It's you need the fundamentals. It's very hard to make decisions. Like we're getting into the crux of asking businesses or expecting businesses to invest considerable sums over a considerable period. If you can't have the confidence of the data to support the decision making, the data to prove that the kind of changes or the impacts happen, you're not going to be able to kind of sustain the level of kind of ambition that we want. So it is essential. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. So I was wondering as well about your views on supply chain. Obviously, we're here with our sister event, Procurement and Supply Chain Live as well. The two, I think, really go hand in hand. When it comes to sustainability and especially net zero. What's Verco's view on sort of supply chain sustainability?
I mean, it's for the companies I work with, it's probably the biggest challenge still. So it's very easy for companies to get kind of focused on their direct operations, but it's still a small part relatively to their overall footprint. And kind of supply chain impact is still probably the hardest thing to drive within an organisation. There might be a lot of willing, but they ultimately don't have control, and it needs collaboration. It needs events like these to kind of show how to work together and what can be done to make people kind of be able to kind of show their kind of reductions in their own companies.
Yeah, it's a team effort after all, and when no one of us is going to become sustainable, alone. So yeah, that's a really important thing. And just finally, if we ask everybody this, what would your one piece of sustainability advice be if you had to give one piece of advice?
I think something we hear a lot, and I think it still rings true, is don't be afraid to not know the full answer. So kind of make sure you know the direction you're going and make some progress. Don't wait till you have every piece of information and everything ironed out, because you just won't get anywhere. It'll take forever. So make progress, keep reviewing, keep improving, and make something happen.
Yeah, love that. That's great. Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you.